Talk Crypto. Every bull market, you're always going to hear people say, man, I wish I got into that project when it was cheap. Man, how did everybody know to get in when they did? If I just bought this coin, I could have 50x my investment. I've been that guy. I'm sure you've been that guy. But this time, let's don't be that guy or girl or other. Today, I am talking about YGG Yield Guild Games on my radar for a possible 50x or more on your investment. Very cool project. I'm not going to go real in depth to it today, but this is one that you should at least put on your radar for the next few weeks. And why do I say that? Partly because it has a 1 billion maximum supply, and 25% of that is already out in circulation right now, 224 million. This project has market cap under 60 million right now, very low. Yield Guild Games is currently trading at 26 cents right now. I find that extremely interesting because just November 20th, 2021, during the peak of our bull market, it reached $11.50. Can this one do it again? I'm quite certain that it probably can, but even if it only makes it up halfway there, from 25 cents, would that be a bad investment? All-time lows just a few months ago, December 29th, in the last year where it was just at 15 cents. So between now and then, that's a 66% increase. Congratulations to you guys that were smart enough to see it back then. But a bigger congratulation goes out to all you guys watching the video right now, because I'm giving you a heads up that this project is an accumulation. Looking on the weekly chart, we have this very nice rounded consolidation. Now I want you to look at this big, beautiful red Ichimoku cloud, which is eventually going to suck us up into it like a magnet and bring us, according to the cloud, up to about $1.86. Now personally, in my opinion, that's going to be a while before it plays out. We are still in accumulation zone, and for the next month or so, we will still be accumulating here. And that's what I'm going to do, building a nice little bag of YGG. And I'll be trading between this level of about 17 cents on up to about 98 cents. Because we could see these prices as we range through here over the next few months. And once I get a nice bag of this and pull out my capital, I'll be targeting these higher price targets around $6 to $8 to take a majority of my profits and see how it plays out from there. So this little green box I've got here is basically the trading range that I foresee us trading in, mostly around through this area, about up to about 90 cents, but we can wick up to here, and actually I do have a measured move target about 96 cents. Accumulation for this usually happens kind of slowly up and down between this area, and it should respect this rounding bottom that I've got outlined here. Guys, if you've seen the other videos that I've done where I've identified this particular rounding bottom, this falling wedge pattern in there, then you've seen firsthand the results that we get out of this pattern, eventually a very explosive move to the upside. Now, just doing some wild speculation for what I kind of foresee play out is that we'll probably come back up to these areas, retest, come back down, and what we're kind of doing is making a very huge inverted head and shoulders pattern. Very possible, but what I'm mostly focused on today is just going over some good accumulation zones. Now, looking at the price history, recently we can see we went up, price went on the tear from about 17 cents, went all the way up to about 41 cents. This was a rising megaphone pattern, a rising broadening pattern. Breaks to the downside, which it did, came back, retested this parabolic rounded bottom that we had. Now, my mentor that taught me how to trade drove it into my head that rounded bottoms pay the bills. And years later, I can attest that yes, they definitely do. And this is why I'm bringing this to you. Now, the reason that I say that we're going to go sideways instead of jumping up is because my indicators are telling me that. We are below the clouds on the daily, so we're still in bearish territory here. Our indicators are indicating that we're kind of just going to trade sideways, which is perfect for filling out this rounded bottom. When we pull a Fibonacci from this area, from swing low to swing high, we see that we came back down where we retested this 786 level. That gave us a rise up to this area, and when I pull my Fibonacci's from that top to this bottom, you can see that we got rejected here, that we found resistance between the 618 and the 786 area there, came back down to the downside, and now we kind of do the same thing. We take a Fibonacci from this leg here, we broke through the 618, so we got some more downside here. We can retest these other areas. Now, these areas are, the biggest one I'm looking for, about 23.5 cents is a great place to pick up some of this and add this to your portfolio. The targets I have for buying, about 21.5 cents. This is the original 718 that we could be coming back to retest to make a double bottom. We could wick down there and still keep this structure here. Very bullish sign to see that happen. The other buy zone that I have is at 23.2 cents in that area, and then here at 24.4 cents. Currently, we're trading at 26 cents. I did make a purchase here at this price as well, just in case the wild chance that something crazy goes out and this one starts taking off. Accumulation zone, these are the prices that we want to get in on this. These are the lowest prices we're probably going to see on this. And it being above about a 15, 16 cents bottom, we're not too far from that. 10 cents difference when we're talking about $8 a coin, I'm not going to sweat that. Now, if we come down to the 4 hour, you can see a little bit better what I'm talking about here. We broke this trend line here, came to the downside, found support at the 786 area, and now we're trying to break through. Now, that could very well happen. This cloud's getting very thick, but the signs are telling me that probably may not happen. This 50 moving average is starting to want to curve over this 200 moving average. That would give us the downside that we need to get down to these lower areas. For the upcoming weeks, I do expect a retest. We'll probably reach up about 28 cents, and then we will start coming back down to 23, 24 cents right through there. Hopefully catch a bounce before we get down to 21, and then we can start working our way back up. And now whether you're swing trading or holding this for a long-term investment, great areas to pick this up, and here are some great areas to potentially take a little profit and pay yourself. Get back some of that capital. Try to build a moon bag of this where you take out all your capital, you have no risk for your investment, take your bag, shove it away on your Exodus wallet or your ledger, and let it ride. First take profit target of being 31.5 cents, 39.11 cents, 43 cents, and up to 50 cents. Now keep in mind, this is a fairly good sized pattern here, so I do have some higher targets at 59.7 cents, 68.5 cents, 83.5 cents, and my main target is a measured move, and put this at a possible breakout point, which should bring us right up here in this area about 98 cents, somewhere just under $1. And as I said earlier, I do expect us to kind of range through here, so there are some very good trading opportunities for our traders. Ideally, if you're just trading this, you'd want to see a breakout and then a retest of this area somewhere around 31, 32 cents, and then start looking for these upward targets. That's another way to play that. But for you bottom feeders like me and the rest of the whales out there, we like to buy low, and we don't mind setting those limit orders and just waiting for them to fill. This is an excellent project, in my opinion, to build a bag and watch it go to the moon. If you found this video helpful, hit that like and subscribe. Maybe subscribe to our free Telegram channel, where I have tons of free resources to help you learn how to trade, lots of free books, lots of free videos, and lots of good conversation from some very cool people. Until next time, my name is Lane, your Crypto Road Dog, reminding you, you got this, baby.
Some call him the Nostradamus of crypto. His charting skills have discovered new entire galaxies. He once was engaged to Satoshi Nakamoto's oldest sister. He is the most interesting trader in the world. And today we ask him, what do you do when the market crashes?
I buy more. And I also subscribe to Road Dog Crypto. Trade wisely, my friends.